down. Camera's down.
Sit down.
Camera is down.
Sit down, sit down.
No.
Crazy.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Czech politician Vít Jedlička says it belongs to neither. He's taken advantage of an unresolved border dispute to create what he calls
One finger? It's okay? One finger?
Turn off the phone. Turn off the phone, he says.
Okay.
As you can see, the Croatian police clearly weren't happy that we got on the island. 8 years ago, this place was an unwanted piece of land between Serbia and Croatia. The reason for this was border disagreements after the Yugoslavian war. Croatia claimed that the land belonged to Serbia, whereas Serbia claimed it belonged to Croatia, which left this piece of land stranded like an unwanted toy that nobody wanted to play with anymore. Until Vít Jedlička turned up and claimed it for himself and declared the island a new country, the free nation of Liberland.
I'm excited that we've got such a huge growth recently, and that Liberlanders are moving physically to Liberland, so that's very, very cool situation in which we are in.
Down. Oh, crazy. What are you doing?
Down. Sjedi dolje. Ruke iza.
What? English?
I do.
What's English? I speak English. Whoa, what?
Niko.
You can smile at me all you want, my friend. Whoa, what's the problem? Why are you kicking me?
English, all the English.
Very recently we've got Lawrence Reed, very famous economist that is part of the network. Ron Paul, of course, he is a famous US congressman who ran for the presidency multiple times in the United States, who really holds the flag of liberty.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful.
You know, we've got, but also people that are actively now involved with Liberland. There are a bunch of heroes. You know, Tariq Abbasi is also, he's our Secretary of State, but he's also representative for British King. You know, Thomas Walls is a former US diplomat, also very interesting guy that you know, it's a great support for Liberland. So not just people that are like regular citizens, but also people that are actively involved now with Liberland are really great personalities, some of them quite famous, that are helping us to move forward.
Yeah, even Drew Binsky, I think he's quite a known.
Of course, we also gave him the status of diplomat because, of course, he does a lot of traveling and a lot of diplomacy. I think the biggest achievement this year was a beginning of negotiations with Dominican Republic. It's my favorite country in the world. I think it's a beautiful place to live in as well. The great weather all year around. And we made a very good relations. Initially, it started with the proposal that was pushed forward through the Parliament of Dominican Republic or through Congress. And then we progressed into negotiations with the foreign ministry and with much of other ministers. So there was a great achievement there on side of pushing a recognition of Liberland documents forward. Meanwhile, a year ago, we already got the recognition in Haiti for our collaboration. We already got an access, for example, with our passports to El Salvador, and we already knew that the passport works very well in half of Africa, and for example, Oceania as well as Pacific. In all these smaller countries, they recognize Liberland passports, don't have any problem with it. But wow. Yes, you know, like Liberland passport is not the best passport in the world for traveling, but we're working on it, on making it happen that it will be the best passport in the future.
So if the passport is not recognized by Western countries, but is recognized by the countries that matter, then essentially, if you have a dual citizenship, if you have Liberland as a second passport, you have a incognito entrance to these countries because the other people don't recognize it, these people recognize it. So you're in the country on the Liberland passport. Basically, you have disappeared as far as the West is concerned. Is that true to some extent?
Well, it is kind of, yes. Yes, it is. The same thing applies, for example, for exchanges. You know, I'm happy that Kraken has recognized our passports from day one. The biggest benefit of Liberland citizenship is really that you're becoming shareholder of I would say, a country that is just about to blossom, and that people don't really appreciate what it means because there is no other example of country being a shareholding structure. But with Liberland, you know, we purposefully decided to change this and created Liberland as a shareholding structure. And anybody that becomes citizen actually gets 5,000 merits. And these 5,000 merits work as your collateral in the system, but they will also work as your pension scheme or welfare system. So you will be able to unstake them if you decide that you need basically some money from the state. By the way, I just got off the call with the guys that are working on this hotel. First, Liberland Hotel. We have like 4 other bigger development projects that are literally ongoing right now.
Are they planning to develop this on the ground on the Liberland, or are they planning on the
Of course they do, and I'm personally involved in that project. So you can check Liberland Hotel. Yeah. It's a nice YouTube video. We just added a very nice spa to it and fitness center. I'm actually going to speak with one of the organizers of the small sauna city that will be right next to this hotel in an hour from now.